going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and cryptos flat. We have the stock market slightly pulling back. Now, we had Microstrategy buy more Bitcoin. And guys, we know it should say Morgan Stanley. And we know it's a bigger plan behind them buying so much Bitcoin. And it moves their holdings up to 140K, worth $4 billion. And their current purchase was 1,045 Bitcoin, worth $23.7 million. And right here, guys, this should tell you all. Right now, you have Bitcoin spot to derivatives daily trading volume has tanked nearly 80% in the last 3 months as prices rallied 70%. And guys, that means that the retail investor is not in. It's just the whales, and we know it's the Fed pumping cryptos right now, just holding it up the same way as doing the actual stock market. When it comes to stocks, you can look at the earnings and see these stocks should be nowhere where they're at right now. But when you're going 3 times, 10 times, 20 times earnings, the mainstream media tries to justify it. Bitcoin crypto stocks are nothing but gambling casinos ran by the House of the Fed. And we know the house always wins. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates, which we saw plummet lower. And, guys, you know I talk about it, and we know they write about it. Yield rates are being manipulated down, and that allows the Fed to maintain stocks and cryptos until the main event. So, guys, the only thing you have to do is watch the actual indicators. And then, of course, guys, we have the dollar down, and we know that is great for gold. Gold is back above 2,000. But we also know the central banks manipulate gold. And once the NWO takes us through this final crisis, we're going to start going through hyper deflation because the robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take over the economy, and the sheep are going inside the metaverse. Now, also, guys, we have volume tether USDC, and then, of course, we have the Fed repo at 2.2 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates and running off the balance sheet. So therefore, they can destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And guys, I already exposed the FDIC plan for these collapsed banks. And then also, guys, we're seeing all these big corporations getting ready to bring in automation, and we're constantly seeing them lay off. And unfortunately, while the masses stay distracted, we know the NWO keeps building. And I went over that in the video last night. And then also, guys, I have Biden urges tech firms to address risks of AI. So we know the same way the mainstream media projected crypto is only used for illegal purposes is the same way they're projecting AI. It's so dangerous, so therefore you're not sitting back trying to learn it, so therefore you can control it. Remember, there's men that's building AI. AI is not building itself. AI is just pulling from all the data that we actually gave them. So never believe that AI can be smarter than humanity. It's just the problem that humanity is always distracted, worry about things that don't matter. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale, sent about $24.1 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have the Swiss government-owned bank Post Finance partners with Signum Bank to offer customers crypto. They will be able to buy, sell, and store. And guys, we know tokenization is definitely the future, but we know the NWO has to play the Hegelian dialectic. One side against it, one side for it, in order to move the agenda ahead. Now we have Masa Finance announces soul-bound ID tokens for Coinbase's base network. And we know the NWO is pushing the digital ID. And guys, this is a great setup for these big retail corporations, because basically they already know your credit worthiness. Whether you qualify for $500 or $6,000, you no longer have to worry about somebody selling you, asking you, can you get this credit card, because they're going to already know whether you qualify for it or not. And then also you add in the loyalty programs, dangling that carrot. Now, guys, we also have Trust Wallet partners with MoonPay and Ramp for off-ramp integration. And we know Trust Wallet is owned by Binance. Now we have Celo Foundation and Google Cloud partners to support sustainable Web3 startups. And guys, we know the big corporations have been funding crypto from the beginning. That is so important. The only thing I have to do is go back to big tech, see the same exact thing, so therefore you see the blueprint. These big banks and big corporations get to pick the winners and losers. Now we have Ralph Lauren Miami store to accept crypto payments. And they're partnering with BitPay to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Matic. And guys, like I stated, over the next year, year and a half, we're going to see the acceleration of tokenization. And then also, when you're looking at brands like Ralph Lauren, then you add in the NFTs. And then lastly, guys, we have the SEC reaches agreements in principle to resolve insider trading case against Coinbase product manager. And guys, we'll see whether this leads to another movie. I have a feeling it will. They'll say that he gave up some information on Coinbase, and this leads to another case. We know in order for them to pull off the fourth industrial revolution, they got to have distraction after distraction after distraction, so that therefore they can build. We know the NWO are the master magicians. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Celo, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.